Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. Today, we're doing another Forza Horizon 5 car build. Before we get into that, though, the other day, I built this thing, the 2020 Ford F450 dually, and as you can tell, it's got quite a few upgrades on it. If you missed that video, I will link to it in the description down below. I would highly suggest you check it out because it was a really crazy one. Also, if there is anything else you want to see in Forza Horizon 5, let me know in the comments down below, and I will do my best to make it happen. Today, though, we are jumping into a classic vehicle. Scroll through all of our cars, we can jump into this, the 2020 Toyota Supra, one of the starter cars. And because this is actually the starter car, it already has some upgrades on it. So what I'm gonna do is actually reset it to default upgrades. I want no upgrades on it. We'll give it a go bone stock, and then we'll come back and do some Forza Horizon 5 customization. So 2020 Toyota Supra, give it a little rev. It's not bad, not a bad noise, I'll take it. Today, though, we're back on the Forza Horizon 5 preview build, so unfortunately, we only have 2 road races unlocked for us to check out, so we're gonna do this one at the Horizon Festival. As per usual, this wouldn't be an AR12 video without any fun facts about the 2020 Toyota Supra. Honestly, I think everybody kind of knows the story of the Toyota Supra already. How it's built with BMW. It's not really a Supra, but it sort of kind of is. I, however, in today's video, wanted to share some of my thoughts on this car. And they might surprise you, because I think the Toyota Supra is an amazing vehicle. If it was in its own little world and own little bubble where it was the only car ever made. On the surface, by the numbers, it is an awesome car. Front engine, rear wheel drive, fairly priced. It's got good horsepower. It's gonna be reliable in the long run. Everything that should make up the markings of a really good car. Here's how I think about the Toyota Supra. The Supra was always one of those cars back in the day that was like a legend. They were very rare. Maybe you knew a guy who had one and it was super cool. The same thing with the Nissan GTR R34. The GTR eventually came back in the R35, being a $100,000 supercar built for the masses. Sort of kind. And people loved it, and they still love it. That design is what, like 15 years old now? It's probably older than some of the people watching this video. And then Toyota was like, yeah, we see the Nissan GTR being like a supercar for the masses. And then they decided to toss like 300 horsepower into this thing and have it be built by BMW. I think, let me know if you agree, if this Toyota Supra was maybe even double the price that it is, but had like 550 horsepower, front engine, rear drive, like a budget mini supercar, I think they would have done really well with these things, if I'm honest. It's kind of just like an okay car, I guess. And you know what? It's kind of the same thing in Forza Horizon 5, if I'm honest. We finished P9. We couldn't really catch up to the AI. A lot of those guys do have some more horsepower than us, so it kind of makes sense. But anyways, now it's time. Let's go do some Forza Horizon 5 customization. It's preview build. There will be some glitches. Long story short, I think horsepower fixes most car problems. So that is what I'm gonna do to the Supra. So right off the bat, conversion. Yes, we've got some wide body kits for it. Or I should say, we have one wide body kit for it. This crazy HKS wide body kit that slams it to the ground. That front splitter's basically touching the ground. It's got these sick looking side skirts and kind of like these plastic fin thingies. I don't even know what those are technically. Before I toss that on, though, I did also want to check out, yes, all of the body parts we've got in here, because we do have the Toyota Supra heritage parts. So we can toss on that front bumper. We can toss on the old Supra wing. We can toss on a All right, well, that's certainly different. And we've got some side skirts as well. That is really, really cool, actually. Me being me, I like pushing things to the extreme. We are going with this crazy HKS wide body kit. So, obviously, we're going to do a whole bunch of builds with the Toyota Supra in today's video. But let's start things off with a race car build for our Supra. So, we've got a bunch of different engines. Let's come to the back and rev it up as we scroll through them. And I'll let you guys take a listen. Okay, that's a lot more engine swaps than I was imagining, but that's a V12 and a V10 you can swap into here. You know what, though? If we're gonna do this properly, I am gonna toss this in. A 3-liter straight 6 turbo. That is a 2JZ already swapped with the big single turbo. We have 805 horsepower in this thing. That is awesome. We can also swap all-wheel drive on. Do we want to do that? You know what? Let's try to keep this first build in S1 class, actually. So yeah, let's toss on all-wheel drive. We'll come back and we'll max this thing out in a moment. Do we maybe want to toss on a different rear wing? Like, obviously, we've got the OG Supra wing. We've got an HKS rear lip, the chassis-mounted HKS wing, or this cool Street Fighter rear wing. One of the things I love about Forza Horizon 5 is how these custom wings are actually adjustable. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. It's subtle, it's nice. We can always come back, toss on the big ol' HKS wing in a moment for our second build. Anyways, though, if we're gonna keep this thing S1 class, we need some decent tires. So we could toss on slick race tires. That would actually be really, really sick. But I think we might need to save some of that PI points for other things. So let's go semi-slick race tires for the Supra. And then let's thicken up those tires. Let's go, maybe not to the max, maybe just one notch, 265 in the front, 335s in the rear. That is huge. That's awesome. As I've said in some of my other previous Forza Horizon 5 videos, there are a ton of new rims in this game. It's gonna take me so long to figure out which ones I really like, but that kind of works, actually. Maybe I do. Maybe I want to go with some new rotiforms. Yo, I like those. That's it. That's the one. After that, let's do some drivetrain stuff. Let's toss in a, I guess we've already got a 6-speed transmission. I guess let's go for a 7-speed gearbox in the Supra. I feel like that's going to be okay. Let's upgrade our drive shaft as well. And then finally toss in a race diff as well. After that, our performance and handling stuff. Let's get some nice fancy brakes. Let's get some race suspension. That is so sick. Let's get some anti-roll bars as well. And then also some good old-fashioned race weight reduction. Already, we're nearly S2 class. There we go. We had to swap on some bigger tires, but we are officially the top of S1 class now. We weigh 3,000 pounds, have 800 horsepower. You know what? Since we're not actually maxed out with this Supra, instead of doing like a dedicated race, why don't I try my hand at racing one of the AI head to head? Oh, that's a good car to race against. Hello, BMW. BMW Z4. Basically the same car underneath. I guess this is going to be a battle of who has more upgrades. My gear ratios are a bit funky, but okay. Okay, apparently we are the person with more horsepower, but we've got some really, really nice grip out of this thing. It's so good in the corners. What? No way. We haven't even upgraded the power that much. And that was already, what, 180 miles an hour? I mean, I kind of said it before. If the Supra had more horsepower, I mean, to be fair, it has 800 horsepower now and was a little bit more expensive, I think it would have been more a Supra. And I think this is definitely more of a Supra. However, how unstoppable do you think we could actually make it? Let's go back to the festival. I like this idea a lot. So we've already got our all-wheel drive to keep us planted on the ground. We've got our big wing, which we'll probably tune some more aero for in a moment. Instead of our semi-slick tires, let's go full slick race tires. Those are going to be unreal grippy. Braking is already a 9.6 out of 10. That's really good. 0 to 60 is a 1.7 second time. We've already got our good drivetrain stuff and the performance and handling stuff. We get that massive single turbo on. That's 1,200 horsepower. Upgrade that. Did they nerf the Supra engine? Guys, they nerfed the 2JZ. I don't know why they nerfed the 2JZ like that. That sucks. Fully maxed out 2JZ, 1,300 horsepower. I guess now we're pretty much the exact same car, just a lot faster in a straight line with more grip from those big grippy Horizon slick tires. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit disappointed that we aren't like that crazy, super fast in your face speed like we were in Forza Horizon 4. I guess I might as well give this a go on this speed trap I've got right here and just try to maximize the corners as much as possible. That is so grippy. No braking. I'm steering fully into the corners. A little bit of a corner cut. No!
Didn't I say stay on the road and floor it? I'm pretty sure I did.
Thank you, Jay. Note to self, do not take these tires into the dirt, because if you do, all your grip is gone. I guess it makes sense because they are proper slick tires. Anyways, attempt number 2, Supra. Come on in. Downshift for this first corner. And now we keep it planted through. Run it wide. Keep it on. Little bit of a lift there. And through. 150 miles an hour. That was 3 stars. No way. I want to see if we can get a more powerful engine into this thing. I'm not sure if it's going to be possible, but once we figure that out, then I want to give this a top speed test. So after a whole bunch of upgrading, I've discovered the most powerful engine for the Toyota Supra in this game. And unfortunately, it's a 6.1 liter V12. It definitely doesn't sound like a Supra anymore, but I do have 1,400 horsepower. So it's going to be pretty quick. I don't know how fast we're really going to be able to go. Game says right now 217 miles an hour. I think we could probably hit 250. Anyway, Supra, up we go onto the highway. That is certainly how you make an entrance. Now, keep in mind, we are running the wide body kit on this car, so if I wanted to go really try hard, we would ditch the wide body, ditch all of the aero. I do have my aero tuned to full speed. We're gonna have to do a whole bunch of rewinding here. There we go, though. We're already at 240 miles an hour. 242, still accelerating. I don't even want to turn. 244 miles an hour. We're definitely running a little bit low on horsepower. 245, 244 there for a second again. This is the big downhill. Come on, please. Please, please. I don't think the game is going to give me any extra miles an hour. 244, 246, 247. And sent it. That's I think, as fast as we're going to get with this thing. This thing would actually be scary fast. You rev it up, get launch control, drop it, and away you go. You're just gone. You're gone. I mean, I guess that's what nearly 1,500 horsepower does. But that is crazy. What an animal. Unfortunately, in the preview build, we don't actually have any drift zones unlocked. So we're not going to be going for any personal best in terms of points. So if we're not going to focus on points, let's focus on pure style driving with this. So let's ditch that big V12. Should we go back with the 2JZ with 1 turbo? Then let's go rear wheel drive. We will keep our HKS wide body kit, but instead of that rear wing, let's toss on that massive one. That is insane. And then we're also gonna whip out the drift tire compound. That should be really fun. In our transmission, let's go for a standard 6-speed race transmission. And then for the differential, let's toss on the drift diff. I really need to do do some more experimenting and figure out what all of these parts really do, but that's cool. Let's also toss on that drift suspension for that extra camber. We've got over 1,000 horsepower. I think that should be good. Why don't I try drifting over here? We've got some very nice twisty roads. I'm not sure if those are on-road or off-road, but we can do some experimenting and find out. And then after we hit up that area, let's head into Guanajuato and see if we can drift around some of the town. I think that's gonna be fun. Right now, though, we have a 9-mile drive ahead of ourselves with a very, very slidey drift car. So bear with me. This isn't going to be the fastest drive we've ever made, but it will be a very, very smoky one. If you haven't seen it yet, yes, Forza Horizon 5 has increased tire smoke. I don't actually have fast travel unlocked, so if I want to go drift up in the mountains, I've got to drive all the way to the mountain. Let's go, though, Supra. We haven't even got to our drift road yet, and we are, oh dear. As quickly as that road turned to dirt, it then turned immediately back to paved roads, and we can drift it all the way through here. I wouldn't at all be surprised if we do actually see a drift zone here in the full game when it comes out. Bear with me as I still freak out about the Forza Horizon 5 map. It is truly something special. Oh, that is so cool. That's actually the first time I've seen the train in Forza Horizon 5. It looks pretty good. Oh, wait, no. No. I know this road. And it's dirt. No. The Supra in the canyons is so sick. Yo, the game wants me to go through there. I'm gonna stick to the road. What a beautiful area of the map. Like, no joke. Wow. Bear with me. I have no idea where I'm going in Guanajuato, so I'm literally just staring at the mini-map, trying to predict what corners are coming up ahead, and I kind of trying to react to it. This is my first time free roaming around Guanajuato, so let's see how this goes. I just love how colorful everything is in Guanajuato. It's so unique. I feel like there's no other place like this. Wait, I know where I am. That's that big church thing. So if I come down here and then I take a left, yes, I did this on Google Maps. You come down here and yes, you can get into the underground tunnels. That is so insane. There are so many tunnels down here. Can I just say this as well? Am I the only one who absolutely loves the moonlight coming down at night? Like, no longer is it just pitch black in Forza Horizon. You've actually got proper moonlight that bounces off your cars and bounces off the road. Come on, Supra, with the sun coming up in the distance. Let's go. 120, 130 miles an hour. Rip the handbrake, chuck a nice 360 into the hairpin. This thing is something else. I don't actually know if this is going to be one of the best drift cars in Forza Horizon 5, but it is pretty good for right now. That, though, is where we're going to wrap things up. Let me know in the comments down below what you want to see next in Forza Horizon 5. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with everything FH5 related, and a bunch more gameplay coming at you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon with some more. See you then. Bye.